I'm pretty sure it's clean. Let me go ahead and check the stream because I hate when I do the thing and then the thing ain't there. Let's see. Why am I not seeing? What's it going on? Let me switch over and look from the outside looking in. Okay, nah, we're good. Yeah, we're golden. Okay. Sound is straight. All right, let me go ahead and send this out. Go ahead and share this out. It's not going to be a long stream, but we're going to cover some of the recent developments. Quite a lot. So it's gonna be more of an explicit episode. So turn it down so your cheering ain't all listening hard. But Khomeini and a bunch of the Ayatollahs is dead. So Trump did that, or not himself, of course, but helped equipped it Israel with both the intelligence and tools to finish carrying out what the B2 started about a week and a half ago, roughly. No, almost a week now, something like that. Dollar here has started to grind a bit higher. We're back towards this 98 level. Let's go on a 4-hour time frame. You can look at that big picture that we're always looking at for the dollar. So I said that we might get a slight sustained rally, if we were able to break above this line here. Now, I was expecting it to reject it, but with everything going on, dollar is seen as more of a safe haven still, when things hit the fan. So more money flooded into the dollar when everything started going on. Price bounced higher. We're settling on top of this. Let me hold on. Sorry, bottom of the screen is janky. It's kind of messing me up. Just collapse that for now. I'll fix that later. I don't know why it loaded like that. But let me move this down so I can see my whole screen. There we go. We got, I'll say like we got a decent close above it, but I wouldn't I'm not saying I'm becoming a dollar bull or anything, but I do think we'll probably end up testing this high again, and we'll end up getting things like buy entries on the euro dollar and such from this area. We actually sent out some euro dollar sells last week. I believe it was beginning of last week. Contrary to the overall bearish outlook that I have on the dollar, current conditions don't favor it going to the downside, at least not immediately. So I think it'll be something along the lines of the story where Trump goes in, negotiates, ceasefires happen, and at that point we'll probably be probably tapping this 99 500-ish area here, and we may even create another high, but I wouldn't expect it to be too sustained because once things cool down the dollar is just going to roll over again, and we could roll over back into this um, uh, range from here. But I mean, uh, even this push higher didn't break this prior high here. So like from a chart standpoint, it's the bear story isn't gone. It's just moved, shifted a little bit. And then like from a fundamental side, um, same thing. With current conditions, the chances of rate cuts on the sooner side have come down, and that is going to give also a little bit of tailwind to the dollar. But like I said, I don't think we'll end up closing above this high here. So like anything in this area, I'll be seeing is opportunity to sell the dollar. I won't risk too much above this area though. If we do close like on a daily time frame above these highs, then we're probably looking at conditions where that favor a sustained rally back towards this area here and maybe this area here, and I'll put that on our chart just so we can visualize it over the next couple of weeks as this kind of develops. um, but I'll tell y'all what, I have been making bank in silver. I got stopped out again, right? Um, which is like kind of awesome. Cause like I was sort of hoping it didn't just like go crazy from here. And look how accurate that freaking um look at this. I'm just gonna grab this. Look, I'm just gonna grab it and move it over. Look at that there. Look at that there. And if you guys watch the live sessions, well, you guys would always be tapped in whenever I'm, putting these together and whatnot. So like silver failing here, I think is telling a lot of technical traders that like it's probably gonna go to the downside. And there's probably a lot of folks selling it here. And which I'm not I don't hate you for it, but I'll say this opportunity, if we're able to get it, I'll take I'll take a position right here on a fill of this bottom wick right here. Only really risking this area if possible. I would like to get an entry here, and if it rolls over, I'll be using this structure down here as like, okay, this trade is not, going my way. Let's get out. All right. So like this is where I like entry for real. So we'll look at something like this. Now, while I think we may roll over a little bit from here, I'm not looking for sells per se. Like I'm not selling. I'm not gonna sell silver. I'm gonna sell silver or gold. But I've been liking trading silver. I mean, it's the same thing as trading gold, really. But from a percentage standpoint, silver has a little more room to run. So that's why and the moves are a little bit more exaggerated. In silver is a little bit more volatile than gold is. That's why I do prefer it. Um, but I'd like us to get like I've already been stopped out in profit on all of this, so we can really just get rid of all of this. I mean, I didn't make as much money as I'd like, of course. Stopped out in profit, but stopped out in profit is still profit. So it can't really be mad at it. But this is the next area I would like to seek entrance on this trade. Um, yeah. Now it may wick out of that. I always use like mental stop losses and mitigate them to be as small as possible if I do take a loss. So what you see on your chart, it's not financial advice or anything like that. I'm not trading these exact levels. I'm trading very close to them for sure, but I do have my own broker. This is just what's on TradingView here now. Oh, this is Oanda quotes, and I do have an Oanda account. I just don't trade it very much. Um, no, I mean like I like swing trade. More so I'd say I position trade on that account on my regular U.S. accounts. Mostly swing trading. um, Now let's take a look at. Now I sent out in the chat. I can't. I wish I could pull up Telegram while on the live stream, but it doesn't let me share that screen. Well, actually, I think that was on like when I was recording a video. Let me see if it will let me share. If I go over to EVMux and then what add. Mm, not. If I just stop screen share, it's gonna stop the screen share. I can't really change the screen share. And I'm not sure if like during the live if it'll let me get it back. I ain't gonna lie. But you guys go into VIP where it's only $3.99. I sent this trade out. This is actually a stock trade that is up like 15%, if not a little more, from entry. I sent it literally in the chat, like right when I took it. Now we're up like 22% now. So even more since I last checked my portfolio, which is last night. um, Going to our first target here, and this is a stock. So I don't trade stocks as often as like Jim or some of the other folks out there, but I do build a lot of nice longer term positions, and this is something I'm looking to dollar cost some more into. So now we've gotten a day of run up. Now I'd want to see this pull back so we can put some more into our portfolio. So from a technical standpoint, I'd love to get another position here, or even on a close of this little gap right there. So if we can get that one of those, either one of those, I'll be dollar costing into this some more. Um, that drops down some, puts more in the portfolio. So we're up like 20% on the position. So shout out to anybody in the chat that got in that with me. Um, um, send your screenshots in the group chat. Nice 100. I told you I was gonna roll over. Told you I was gonna roll over. I said it last time I was on live. I said this is rolling over. What did it do? It was like right here, rolled over, popped up again, rolled over some more, teeter again, rolled over again, and it's not time to buy the dip yet. I think we get this entry again. At least it's not time for me to buy the dip yet. I would like to test out the Bulls resolve here. I don't know. I kind of don't want to test the Bulls resolve there. I'd like to honestly just see this roll over, and then we'll see what the Bulls are talking about. Oops. We'll see what the Bulls are talking about right here. You know, that I like just a little more. Yeah, I'd like that trade off of like seeing this break below here, tap into here, whoop, and then we can catch this because Bulls are probably gonna come back in and say something about it. Now, if you want to trade a little bit sooner and you don't want to wait so hard, then of course it's not financial advice, but by all means, oops, wrong one. My bad. After this breaks lower and retest this, I mean, like I wouldn't hate this here, you know. I would not hate this. But I would, like I said, I would have to see that break below here, and then a retest, and then the entry would be on that retest, and then you know, this level, it shouldn't really run up too much after a real break below here. But pay attention to news and earnings, because that could shift this greatly and on a dime. So I'm just kind of watching and waiting on Nasdaq there. And then let's go check out ERUSD. My um well, that was the buy entry. We did send that out. Well, no, I thought I just talked about it on the chat, but this is the same chart that I was on when we sent out the cells. I might have just been on my phone now that I think about it. But it's in the free and in the paid chat, so y'all can check me on that. I ain't capping about nothing. Um, yeah, no, I can't. I didn't. I don't think I marked it on this laptop. Um, I marked it on Trade Locker, and then I just took the picture on there because Trade Locker has all the boxes now, so I'll be doing stuff on there. But we started sending out cells in this area here. Dumped, smacked our TPs. I am no longer in the cells. Um, this area here, though, I'd like price to go back there for a second and give us an opportunity to buy this against the US dollar. Now I'm only gonna risk this area here. If it snaps that, then we out. But I would love the risk to reward on this. Just got super sweet. Super sweet. Dipping down to the bottom of this range here with everything going on. Right. So let this sell off some more. And honestly, if it breaks this low, that'd be great. That'd be even better. I'll be getting entries all through this box here. But if it rolls over, like really rolls over, then I'll be out. And I'm not gonna risk very much. Because the risk to reward is amazing here. You can risk a little bit, take it to the moon. With forex pairs, when you get this kind of range, it's pretty cool. Now, this does look the price action here doesn't look the strongest, but we have been teetering higher. So depending on how geopolitical events unfold over the next week and a half, 2 weeks, we will see exactly how this unfolds. Whether it's just gonna roll all the way over, or give us a pop off that area. Even so, even if it's just a more of a dollar um more of a dollar heavy move. I mean, it's more of a dollar heavy move regardless. But if we get that weakness off of a sharp push off that area we had marked on US dollar, oil, the oil trade, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my god. Like, we sent it out, right? um and I'm still in it. Some of the homies are still in it. Harmony trades oil. Harmony's still in it. um from here, we do look like we're probably going to consolidate and probably trade sideways a bit. So if you do want to make some money off oil, I suggest you just wait at this point, because we got in way down here, and then the weekend happened, and then it gapped up crazy, and we just have stop losses all deep and whatnot, right? um just to visualize what my trade looks like. It's crazy. I didn't actually set a stop loss. Y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do. It's always mental stop losses for me. Just because well, I don't want to get too deep into it, but it's always mental stop losses for me. I don't ever take my eye off the ball too much. If you do have a lot too much going on to where you're not going to be paying attention, then throw a stop loss on there. Like even if I'm about to go like have a day with my family or something like that, yeah, I'll throw some stop losses in there because I'm not going to be paying attention. And things can happen, and protecting capital first is always, always the North Star to maintaining and building wealth in these investment spaces that we trade in. All right. So oil looks like it wants to trade sideways. If you want to get buying opportunities, the best thing would probably wait for like it to reach towards this gap. But like with everything going on, it may not even do that. It may not give. But a lot of what's going on is priced in, so we would need another escalation to really move higher from here. So that's why I think we're gonna roll over a bit, but probably not too much and not too fast. Like I said, depending on how these geopolitical events unfold, right? So gonna just be watching and monitoring that, because if we do get a rollover to this, I'm taking more opportunities to get in something like this, right? And I'll only really be risking this gap, because like if it doesn't buy off this gap, then it's not buying. At least I don't believe it's buying in the short term, right? It, tensions must be cooling off. You know what I'm saying? Good, nice words must be being said back and forth. Those are the type of things that kind of let oil just roll over and cool off. But more bombs, more propaganda is just gonna push this higher. All right. But I didn't want this to be too long of an episode. I do have a few things to get through today. My alternator went out, right, on my car, crazy, just out of nowhere, shredded my belt, and I went and bought the new alternator, put it in, but see my serpentine, not serpentine, the tensioner is really hard to move, so we have to go get another tool today to finish doing it because we can't get the serpentine belt on there. So we have the new alternator on there, but you gotta get the serpentine belt back on there. But we're gonna get that handled actually pretty soon after I get off of here. If you guys have any questions or concerns, just send them into the free chat. It's always in the link in the description of all the videos and everything. If you guys want access to Harmony, just DM me. You guys know how to get involved. You guys can honestly, you guys don't have to talk to me at all to get access to any of our things. You guys can just head over to our website and clickety click away. All right. I love y'all. Make sure you're kind to somebody today. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.